You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good.
Live from the AfterBuzz TV studios and now streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for the real world. We'll get you all the latest news and gossip for the real world. If you'd like to buzz us, you can hit us up at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, streaming live from the AfterBuzz TV studios, this is AfterBuzz TV's The Real World. What up, AfterBuzzers? It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy, and we're streaming live here with some very special guests. I'm very excited. Who else is excited in here?
Oh, yeah.
All right, wait up.
Yeah, a little low energy right now. What the hell? That's why I'm
on.
saying we need vodka. Yeah.
All right, so next week, guys, we're gonna pump them up with some vodka. Apparently we need vodka too.
I got some in my cup that's strong already.
All right, so the 26th season, The Real World from San Diego. Let me go around the room, introduce you to some of our fancy little co-hosts. To my left, we have Roxy Striar,
Hello, hello.
one of AfterBuzz TV's most incredible reality hosts here.
Ooh, thank you, Jesse.
Yes, you do. How many shows you got under your belt right now?
Right now I've got 7. I think in total I do 10.
There we go.
depending on
Jersey
season.
Shore being one of the...
Oh, I love my Jersey Shore.
Yes. To her left, we have Nicolette Gaona.
Hello,
I
everyone.
wanted to be fancy with the last name.
Thanks. You almost got it.
Nicolette's a new host here at the AfterBuzz Studios, and you're doing
90210 next, so stay tuned.
And America's Next Top Model,
And America's Next Top Model,
which
yes,
streams live
tomorrow.
tomorrow because you are a model.
Yes, I am.
Hey. All right. Across the table, we have the fabulous Isabel Mora.
Hi.
Isabella, you got started with The Game here at AfterBuzz, correctly?
Yes.
Yes, The Game, which hopefully is coming back soon.
Yes, January.
I pulled you off of Teen Mom so you can do this real world with
Yes.
us. And then our very special guest, our new AfterBuzz TV resident for the real world, we have The Real World, Las Vegas, season 25, Leroy Garrett.
What's
what
up?
homeboy?
We back. Another season is on TV.
Yes.
We ready to talk about it. Break it down.
All right, so
Yes.
I know I have lots of questions for you. I know you streamers got lots of questions for you. Round the table. What do we think of this episode? What do we think of this cast? Are they going to bring it this season? Obviously not like Vegas brought it.
I hope they bring it.
They got a lot to live up to.
Yeah, no,
whole
I
lot.
think they did a good job picking the people on the show. They're very different from one another, and they seem to kind of make each other uncomfortable, and that's what we like to watch, is awkwardness. So, yeah, some sexy characters, so it's going to be good.
All right, so who do we have in the house that, kind of took you away at first? Who was somebody that... We had Alexandra came in. She's from Los Angeles, California, and raised in Zimbabwe. What are you guys' thoughts on Alex?
They said she's supposed to be like the most accomplished person that there's ever been on the real world. She went to Stanford as like 14, 15 years old.
Yeah. Well, graduated high school at 14.
Graduated, then she went to Stanford. So that's that's
She
big.
seems pretty smart, not hooking up, with good old Frank. We'll get into that later.
Yeah, we'll get
but-
into
but,
relationships in a little bit.
I just didn't think she was as pretty as everybody kept saying she was.
Yeah, she's not that
Yeah.
cute.
Look, she reminded me of like, oh, this is kind of bad, but I mean, she just was like almost as pretty as Nane.
Nani?
Well,
Nani
I
or
guess
Naomi?
she's the most
Who are you talking about?
exotic.
He's talking about the Vegas
Your
season.
Nana?
He's like, Nene.
She's the most
Yeah.
exotic of the bunch, I think. She's the most
Right.
I think
exotic.
she's
So,
pretty.
of course, she's going to be the
No,
prettiest.
she's pretty, but I
I
mean,
feel like Priscilla's more exotic looking.
Yes.
yeah.
Thank you.
Well, let's
Priscilla
get.
looks, she basic.
Priscilla.
You thought she's basic? What?
Priscilla's just that Whoa,
Maria got upset at that.
I'm sorry, Maria, but yeah, I just think she's kind of basic. I mean, we'll see.
That was the most surprising thing to me to see she was 19 and that her mom had her when she was 17. They seemed like best friends. They were talking about like if they slept in each other's bed or whatnot, like had sex. I'm like, what the hell?
Whoa.
It's like,
Yeah.
did you screw my boyfriend?
Right.
She literally said we grew up together.
Yeah.
And
That's,
when you're only 17 having a kid, yeah, you've got a lot of growing up to do. So
Right.
I got that. I see that they're best friends, but I think that that's going to make it really hard for her to be in the house. She said she's never been away from home. This isn't really going away from home. It's still in San Diego, but it seems like she's going to have the biggest struggle being there.
you know what would have made me go at her out of any girl in the house? Because she said that her grandparents are millionaires.
Yeah.
I'd have been on it.
Okay.
But she also didn't know if there were oceans in Kansas City. So
Right on.
Well, I think she's gonna bring us the best quotes this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had some. Yeah, like,
she's got
you
the
know,
one-liners.
beaches in Kansas. You know, when she met everybody, she's like, "Oh my God, so weird! 4 guys and only 3 girls." I think she's gonna bring the ditziness, and that I like that. That's exciting. We had Ashley. Didn't really do much this episode.
She's cute.
Kind of quiet.
She wants to be a model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She takes.
Do you
good
think that's
pictures.
why she came on the show?
Absolutely.
Definitely to kickstart her career. And also, she said she wanted to be a model because she didn't want to get a quote-unquote real job.
Such as a garbage man.
A real job?
Yeah. That
Modeling
really
is a,
pissed me
modeling,
off, too. It's
but
like-
modeling is a real job.
Exactly.
It is a real
couldn't be
job.
more difficult. So
Right.
I don't know what she thinks. If that's her attitude getting into the business, she's never going to make
Yeah,
it.
modeling's actually probably one of the hardest jobs.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to take care of yourself. You're going to castings every day. You're getting rejected most of the time, you know?
24/7 because your
Yeah.
body is your instrument.
Exactly.
Well,
So,
and everyone wants
good
to
luck
do
with
it.
that.
Yeah.
How do you, I mean, coming from a model, do you think
Yeah.
she has what it takes from looking at her so far?
I mean,
The
she...
pictures did you see the pictures they had up? Like, it was like a little
No, I
They had a
didn't wouldn't
montage,
have a
yeah.
chance. But I will check that out, and I'll have my opinion next week about that. I'll definitely check that out.
Well, Isabel, you thought she photographed much better than she actually looked.
Yes, that can't be the same girl.
Definitely.
I mean, from all the girls, I thought she was the least interested looking. It was just like, okay, typical white girl.
Well,
blonde hair.
yeah, when I
Yeah.
did look at her,
Yeah.
you know, she has that blonde going for her, but I just don't feel like she has anything really
extra.
to give.
Right.
She's
extra,
later,
you
she's
know?
described as the cheerleader. That's exactly what she looks like.
Of course
she's
she would wanna be
type
a model
typical
then. Yeah.
cheerleader. Blah.
I mean,
Totally
it doesn't
flat.
just take the prettiness, you know, it takes a lot more than that. So
Yeah, definitely.
All right, next we had Nate. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. Stodkickhill.
That's who I like the
from
best so
his-
far.
Docho.
Really?
red
Yeah,
face.
Nate has a lot of energy, man. Nate
Yeah,
has a whole, and I mean, he's smart. He's studying what, nuclear?
Physics. What did you
Yeah,
say?
like a
Biology?
nuclear engineer or something like that.
Oh. Yeah, I just wrote down ADD.
Yeah,
The kid is off the walls.
he is the Dustin of our season.
Yeah, no, and that's great. You definitely need one of them.
Yeah.
So he keeps it exciting, and there's never going to be a dull moment around him. Do we think he was sexy?
Nate.
Yeah.
I
Did you
think
think he was
I
good
think the
looking?
bigged question for America is why is he so fucking red?
Yeah, why
I
is he
think
so
that's
red
why
all
you
the
liked
time?
him. Kool-Aid reminded you of
No,
Kool-Aid.
seriously. It made me nervous, like he was losing circulation or
Yeah,
something.
like-
why is he so red?
I actually sent out a tweet like, bro, why are you so red?
Like you're alive.
I already.
You're
yeah,
breathing.
I already answered this, you guys. He works at a nuclear power plant. Being that close to that type of stuff, you know, it's
He
gonna.
is burning.
I think
every
he
moment.
eats too many carrots. Doesn't that dye your skin kind of red or
I think it's
something?
orange.
He
Orange?
was super red.
I don't know, but it's scary looking. Yeah, I mean,
Look
oh
at
my
him.
God, he's jumping up and down right now. Yeah, he's ADD, and I like him. Yeah, I definitely like
I
him.
definitely think he's gonna bring
he
the
is
most
like
energy.
actually he's like the Mike because he's very smart and then he got dusted him because he's hyper.
That's who
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Even there were times actually he walked out. I was like, wait, Mike's in the season? Yeah, when they would
Right.
go to quick clips of him.
You wouldn't think he'd be so smart
Yeah.
by how he
Right.
his attitude, but yeah. What did he say? Oh, I split atoms all the time. It's not even fun
Yeah, when he-
anymore. I'm like, what? That's
when
so
he put
cool.
the paper up, I was lost. Like, what the hell is he talking about?
Yeah. Oh, definitely somebody would make you feel like an idiot if you
Yeah,
talk to him.
Right on.
He seems like a frat boy, kind of.
Yep.
So
And
fratty.
I think he's gonna definitely have some good times.
Frat
and-
boy or frat pad?
Oh, frat boy.
Oh, all right, I'm bullshitting.
Speaking of frat pad, we had Frank Sweeney in the house from New York.
Right.
This boy.
Frank and somebody else's weenie.
Frank. Frank is, as he quotes, bisexual.
Mhm.
Frank flips me out.
Cricket.
He's a creep.
Yeah.
No,
Flips
you know
me
what?
out.
It looks like he got offended when Nate said he thought he was gay. I thought that he was gay.
He
too.
is gay.
That's what I thought
He
too.
says he's bi.
He's bisexual, and he says he will hook up with anybody who's willing. Well, that doesn't sound completely ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah.
He from the moment I saw him, I was like, there's something eerie about him. I'm not so into him. He's coming off way too strong. No, he's definitely my least favorite in the house this far.
Yeah, I mean, if you said something like that, I think that's more of like a hoe than being bisexual.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're just
He's
gonna hook
just-
up with anybody,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
He just wants to be sexually active all the time.
Question. My biggest question is there such thing as a bisexual man? Coming from heterosexual man, we don't feel that. I feel like if you hook up with guys, you're gay. So can you?
But what if he also hooks up with girls?
Right. And both turn him on.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's possible, but ultimately, you know, guys probably turn him on more. You know what I mean?
He just hasn't admitted that to himself yet, I think. I think he thinks he's more straight than he is gay.
Yes.
I think he's actually gay. I just think that he's not ready to let go of women.
Well, and our next person, Samantha, Sam, you know, kind of put that out there.
Yeah, I have a girl crush. Sam.
Easy.
I do. I mean, when I first saw her, I was like, is that a boy? And then it was like,
I think that's what
it's
the
a
world.
girl.
That's what the world
Oh,
thought.
you like Sam?
Yes, I like Sam a lot. She's probably. Can I call? Do you think she'll mind if I say she, he?
I think I
She
Tomboy.
want me to
Call
think
her a
he
stud.
stud.
Yeah.
Right.
Stud. She's a stud.
Well, Jesse, why don't you go through the background first, and then we'll.
Well, as far as Samantha, well, she's a self-described stud lesbian known as a girlfriend stealer. She was involved in a dramatic love triangle in high school that ended in two girls being outed. Daughter of military parents, Sam lives at home in Virginia. And again,
It sounds like she was in
Two
Gossip
girls
Girl.
being outed. That mean kicked out of school or like?
no, no. They come out. They say that they're lesbian.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
She turned them into lesbians.
Yeah, they ended up being added, right, Jess? I think
Yes.
so.
Is that
Yeah,
what that
that's
meant?
what that means.
and she even said that she turns girls out.
Right.
Yes. She
and
turned me.
I just had the complete opposite reaction.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Sam. I
Yeah.
think Sam cool.
No, I like Sam. I
Sam.
think she's cool too, but I was so not attracted to her.
I've seen a lot of lesbians and like a stud lesbian or like the more
masculine lesbian.
lesbian. She's
Yeah.
actually the most attractive one I've seen.
Yes.
I've seen.
I've tweeted out that I thought me and Sam would get along the greatest because we both love women so much. She'd be like my wing
Yeah,
woman.
I thought she would be a great
Hashtag
roommate.
wing
Yeah.
woman.
Definitely
Yeah.
a great
Be a
roommate.
great wing woman.
As long as she's not trying to steal your girls.
No, I mean I love the competitiveness of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Well,
You
and
guys
so
are total opposites.
I know, right?
speaking of roommates, our final person we had is Zach, who actually felt uncomfortable rooming with Sam because they live different lifestyles.
He gonna
Which
be my
doesn't make sense to me because you actually live the same lifestyle.
Yeah.
You hook up with girls.
Yeah, you're right.
So there's no competition because she's going to go after lesbian girls and you're going to go after straight girls. So
Well,
Well,
that's
first
Well,
off,
maybe he knows the background and he's worried.
shouts out to Zach because he's from my home state, Michigan. Football
Where in
player,
Michigan are you from?
Detroit.
my mom went to Michigan State.
I am a Wolverine, but right on.
Okay.
He looked like a monster on TV, dude. Like he like 6'6".
He gonna be my favorite. That's all I gotta say.
Plays football, so looking at it, looks like him and the old girl gonna hook up.
Yeah. I think he's a hottie for sure. But the only thing that pissed me off was that comment he made. He was like, yeah, Ashley and I are going to work perfectly because, you know, I'm the football player type. She's the cheerleader type. It's like anybody who goes into it with that attitude is like, oh, you're so annoying.
Right.
Like that's what you're looking at, the fact that she acts ditzy like a cheerleader and that's what attracts you. That's making you want her.
My thing is their thoughts like, is he thinking like he wants to hook up with her or does he want this to be his girlfriend? Like going into these situations, because, you know, I did the show, it's like we're here for 3 months.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're going to be together forever. It's all kind of like, damn near like make believe. That shit really don't happen in the real world. It's just you're stuck inside this house, so this is who you
She's
pair
a
up
good
with.
pick.
Yeah. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, they'd be a good pick together. I mean, they would look cute together, I guess.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of potential couples in the house.
Well, so let's talk about couples
Yeah.
in the house. We had Zach and Ashley were thinking yay, nay, Do we think this is love? Do we think that we might have a Dustin and Heather situation here?
I think of all the possibilities of the people that I think could get together, and I do think there are 3 potential couples. I think that Zach and Ashley are a sure thing. They're definitely going to hook up. They're definitely going to be together. Neither of them seem to want anything other than that. They both seem to be into each other. So I think it will work perfectly. I don't really know, though, what it's like living in the house. So you're saying there's no chance for a relationship to survive outside?
I'm not saying that it's like you shouldn't be thinking about getting involved in a relationship. That should be the last thing on your mind.
Yeah.
Hooking up with somebody, I mean, yeah, but like making it your, like, being on the real world, dating somebody is like your high school sweetheart. Is rare that it works out. How many people do you know that actually did the real world together that are still together today or anything like that? So it's kind of like do the experience and try not to take it so serious. I mean, with Dustin and Heather on my season, they were just inseparable. Like he would be smothering her all day long. Like, dude, like he hung out with the girls more than he hung out with us. So I think you ruin your time when you're so into somebody. Like, it's other stuff there to do. Why do you want to be like locked down in a relationship? Maybe it's just me.
But it's worth it for them to want to hook up. It's just not worth it for them to take it too seriously.
Right. But then again, hooking up on these shows is a bad idea because therefore, if they're not going to be a couple, then if he brings another girl home or she brings another guy home, it's going to be beef.
More like, go ahead.
Oh, do you think it has to be with like being comfortable too? Like maybe they just want somebody that they can be comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? And like,
yeah, that's the case too. But it's like you're setting yourself up for heartbreak because at the end of the show, you all got to go your separate ways. You know, he's going back to Michigan. She's going all the way back to Connecticut.
Yeah, I suspect that it's more likely he'll end up bringing somebody else home because she just seems like she wants to be with him.
Right. That's what I was going to say. When you said, it doesn't seem like either one of them wants a relationship. I think she's going to be stuck on that. Yeah. And he's just going to be like, I hate it. I'm moving on. Next.
And it's kind of weird, like having America watch your relationship as it builds. Like, it's like they already know, you know what I mean? So
I think it's going to be the opposite. I think
like
that girl's going to be. No, I think the girl's going to be crazy.
Right.
You know
I think she's going to be.
go out and she's going to be hooking up with other guys. And he's going to be the one that's just like, oh. My little
but we all definitely think that they're going to hook up.
Yes.
I don't think there's a chance that Frank and Ashley are going to hook up at all. He's really starting to be on some creeper type shit.
Frank's.
So what do you guys think, Frank and Alex? I mean,
Alex is my bad.
Yeah,
Alex kind of has like a weird soft spot thing going on for him, wants to be his best buddy.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem to really date, the masculine type with Byron.
Right.
She actually used to date a bisexual guy.
Yeah. So, this maybe it's in the cards. Maybe Frank is really feeling something there.
Yeah, but like he spoke to her boyfriend on the phone. Was like,
that was weird.
That was so weird.
You know that she has a man. You need to respect that.
Did nobody else think that was weird?
No, that was weird.
That was really
but Byron
weird.
took it a little too
nice.
It
was so
like,
weird.
Can I get a man like
Do you
that?
understand that
let's just be real.
if I had a boyfriend and he went to the real world and on the first night a girl called me and was like, "Your boy's sexy,"
I'm flying over there
in 2 effing seconds and kick that bitch's ass. Like, are you kidding me? And Byron's like, "Thanks, I know, yeah, thanks,
see, sweetie, everyone loves you."
He's probably just saying it because he didn't want to come off cursing on the phone or whatever. But I'm just like, dude,
because he's probably excited
honestly,
too. He doesn't seem too masculine.
Yeah, what?
Let's be real. I think Alex honestly knows that Frank is kind of. I really feel like she just knows that he's gay, and she really is just thinking him as a friend.
No.
And she really does like her boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like she's just like, yeah, like, oh yeah, take the phone, like whatever. Because honestly, if that was me in that situation, honestly, I would take it like that too. Like, oh yeah, okay.
I think she actually told Byron that, oh yeah, I met this guy. His name's Frank. He's in the house.
Exactly.
He's gay. He's so fun. I don't know if he knows
she
about
really
himself
is
yet.
taking it like, like this is my homeboy.
And he's
you know
really
what I mean?
cute
like,
and really nice to me, and so I think she's going on that line. But I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
Bitches are stupid.
Yeah.
There are some girls out there that she damn well knows that this is gay. But one drunk,
Totally
five episodes deep.
It's a
one
wrap.
drunk night, she
if I
gets
had
in
a
a fight with
girlfriend
Byron.
and she said she was going on a real war, I would break up with her.
Yeah, 100%.
Just because I know how it goes. You know what I mean? I just know.
And I definitely think that they're gonna hook up.
Yes.
I think we should put money on. I don't think they are.
I
think they are.
Okay.
I don't think they are.
You guys are.
I think they are.
Okay, we're yeses.
Yes.
No.
And Jesse, you're
Jesse?
yes.
And I don't
You're
have
yes,
no
they're gonna
insight.
hook
I
up?
don't know nothing about
Frank
it.
and
I haven't
Are we
talked to
Alexandra.
them.
stating hooking up? Are we like?
Frank
like,
and
Just
Alex.
a make out. I just mean
I
a
don't
make
know.
out.
Make out's hard enough.
Make out. She could do it when she's
Well,
drunk.
okay,
He's
so
not,
do you think
he's
though?
not gonna hit it?
Oh, I don't mean
No,
that.
no, no,
I
no.
don't
I mean,
think
at
that.
least a makeup.
I don't even
think
think
he
they're
would
gonna
get
make
hard
out.
for her.
Okay, the only way they'll make out is if she's drunk.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I think she's way too creeped out by him already. Honestly, I'd be creeped out and I would not want to touch him because then he'd get more crazy. Like, we made out.
Wait,
You know,
but you think she was creeped out?
Look
She
how he was tripping
followed
when he
him
found
out.
out Nate made out with Priscilla.
Right.
He was like, "Did he grab you?"
Because I know I would.
He freaked out when Alex was like, it's not that you're not cute. And he's like, well, man, like punching the wall and stuff. You know what I mean?
That's the Adam of him right there.
But then dumb host still follows him outside. He can drown you, and you're still following him.
What about at the club though? And she was talking to this guy, this innocent guy with tattoos, and all of a sudden he comes over and is like, "What are you guys talking about? What are you doing?" I don't know. I'm out at a bar talking to a guy. Is that weird? No. Like, what do you mean? What am I doing?
Stage 5.
Yeah, he's a stage 5.
Let's say
clinging
stage
mother.
10. That was a stage 10.
Yeah,
How many steps?
he's psycho. I mean, if I were Alex, I would not even want to be his friend. I would cut all ties right now. Say, you know what? We got to live in the same house. You live on that end. I'm living on this end. I don't want to talk to you. That's not what she's
I wonder
gonna
how
do,
many days in was that, because like that could have been like a weekend. Like they could have already been there for like 7 days. I wonder, like, was that like really like the first night? You
Well,
feel
how
what I'm
does
saying?
that
Well, here
work?
you are to tell us that.
That is true, though.
Like, okay, we'll take Adam for instance on my season. He was there for 3 weeks and he made 6 episodes, which he was on there for a whole month on TV, but he was only there for 3 weeks. So they could just drag it out. It just depends on what storyline.
Got it.
Who knows? But that's still a little too much. My thing is like, dude, you know she got a man in your head. You know this is gonna be on TV. You know she has a boyfriend. Like, you're gonna have to see this guy. Like, why would you even? That's like stepping on another dude's toes. Like, if I talk to you on the phone, it's like I shook your hand. Yo, lady is off limits. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just like, damn, dog. That's kind of like a dude code that you breaking right there. You know she got a man. You spoke to this guy.
Why make friends with him before you try to get his girl?
And you still trying to get out. I was like, man, that's dirty.
Yeah, her boyfriend's really cute. They should stay together.
He was like,
seems like a
Byron's
pussy.
He seemed
I'm
like
sorry.
he was gay himself.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like he was excited, like, oh, you found a third party? Like, hey.
No, yeah. So, what do you guys think about Nate and Priscilla?
You know what? I was so happy when I seen him land in the bed. I was like, "Yo, man, he better get it." And then they switched out and showed like how they were trying to bet and see if they're gonna hook up. Next thing you know, he was making out with her, but she made it seem as if like he forced himself upon her.
Well, she felt the same way we did. She was like, I don't think he's cute. I mean, he was there, but I was bored.
I kind of
I
think he's cute. I think it's a little
Yeah.
cutie pie.
I think they was having fun though. That was cool
Yeah.
to see
With
that.
his red face.
I mean, it's
when he's not
Bro,
red.
you know
Check
what?
it out,
I'll tell you what happened. He's so red because he wanted to get darker for the show. Like, he tried to tan.
I think that's what it
That's
was.
what it was.
Yeah.
You really do?
Yeah. So my thing is, you should have been born black. And you wouldn't have to worry about it. You already
You
be dark.
should call his parents and tell them, what the hell? Why
you
didn't
was
you
born
make your
black.
son
You
black?
had that problem.
There could be
I was almost
plenty
there.
of.
Yep.
All right, so
Not-
with them going into this making out session that we had here, so Priscilla's playing it. You know, she wasn't into it. It was kind of random. Do you think it was out of boredom, sitting at the house? Maybe she was drinking. They got
She
drunk
definitely was drinking.
one night, and now she's saying, "I think this is the scene." No, this isn't the scene. But oh yeah, this is when Frank starts telling. Oh, whatever. So do we think that Priscilla going and telling Frank this story the way she did?
Oh, like, what the hell?
Do you think that she was being, what's the word?
She was just being problematic.
Okay.
Okay, I really think that this
Instigator?
is going to be the issue with her.
She's young.
Anytime she's going to mess around with the man, it's always going to be their fault. This is just really what's happening.
That's
You
what
know,
always happened to me with these girls.
Yeah, okay. She's young. She's 19. And she's on TV. So if a guy's going to hook up with her, I'm like, yeah, he kind of like forced me. I was kind of like drinking.
Can't say that when the camera's there.
She
Cameras
really
don't
is
lie.
about to just be like saying that to every single guy that she's going to hook up with.
Good call.
I'm going to call it
100%.
right now. Like, she is going to be like, oh, yeah, I was just drunk and he just really like pressured me. And yeah, we just kind of hooked up. I wasn't really into it though. Like, that's just how she's going to be. She's going to get on my nerves.
I want her off the show the most because I don't see her adding much.
No.
She bitched about the fact that her roommates went to a bar. Sorry, honey, you put yourself on the show and you're 19. Get a fake ID or get lost. Like, don't sit there and and complain that your roommates are going out and having fun.
I said that. I was like, you know what? If that was my roommate, I would have left her. I'm very selfish when it comes to going out. I'll leave everybody. So like, you don't want to go out?
I'm going out with Leroy.
I'm going
High
out.
five across the table.
Hell yeah. I'm going out 7 nights a week.
Yeah.
I don't care what you guys are doing. I'm going out. If you want to come with me, that's awesome. Come with me. If you don't, I'm sorry. Stay home.
It was so many
Sucks
times in
for
Vegas.
you.
I went out by myself. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm going to the club.
What?
Dolo.
Like, we're young and we're going out and we're getting fucked up. Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
beep. We're getting drunk. That's better.
Yeah.
It's like, why did you go on the show if you were going to sit
Mm.
home? Did she
Right.
think for 3 months everybody's going to sit with her?
Right.
I don't get. She says she lives by the border. I'm like, girl, then get your fake ID. Isn't that what they do by the border?
Or-
Fake IDs.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
they're not gonna let you use a fake ID while you're on the show. Like,
Oh,
you
but
go
they're
into a
gonna let
bar.
you drink.
See, I don't.
and
don't.
tape
we
it,
don't.
'cause
but
we
we
watched
don't
her.
know if we don't know if it's actually alcohol in her cup.
Who was
If-
the
which it
youngest
probably-
person your season?
90 was 21. Everybody was over 21.
Everybody was
But
over
see,
21.
I think
that's
this is
crazy.
the
Like,
youngest
what do you
they've
think's gonna
had.
happen?
19.
Unless they
They
go
had an
18.
I
18.
guarantee you,
No.
they'll never show her on there actually pouring alcohol, probably because she's 19. It'll be a bad look for
I
the
think
TV.
Svetlana was 18 when she was on it, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
they-
I-
yeah, they
you
had some
know,
18-year-olds
she-
before.
Yeah, she could bring some excitement. Like maybe she could get like really drunk, like in the apartment, and
Right.
do something crazy.
But I think then the show is kind of liable. I don't
Right.
think she's
That's
really
why-
drink. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure she did drink while she was there, but I
Right.
doubt if they show her pouring liquor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So all we could do is assume that it's alcohol in the cup.
Right. Definitely. Which is
That's
so
weird.
stupid because, well, first of all, talking about the age of the drinking age is not even worth it on the show right now. But it's ridiculous that she is in college and can't
It's
drink.
ridiculous that she's 19 with fake boobs
but
already.
You
Yeah.
know, we also
Yeah.
She has fake boobs
Really?
already
I
at
didn't
19.
catch
Yeah,
that.
she had
That's
a boob
also
job.
ridiculous too.
they are also very well, probably a few minutes away from TJ. She can't legally drink there. So
Yeah.
we might just be able to see her get drunk one time
Right.
they go on a trip and
Yeah.
And so that's actually a question I wanted to ask you, Leroy. I mean, Ashley had the keys to the house and the keys to a car. Did you guys have a car? I mean, I didn't even.
We didn't have no
believe we
car
had-
because we were in Las Vegas. We had to take a cab everywhere. You weren't allowed to get in anybody's personal
Who
vehicle.
pays for the cab?
We do. Unless like production is taking us somewhere, and it was so expensive, man. Like we were in Vegas actually broke. These kids, I mean, I don't know what kind of money they come from. Me, I had the money from that I saved from my job, and then the money they was paying us each week, you know, to do the show or whatever. But I mean, you run out of fucking money quick,
Yeah.
real quick. You gotta buy your own groceries. You know, when you go out to eat, you get like discounts,
It's
but
the real world.
yeah. But you get like free bottles of alcohol when you go to the club, but they don't pay
They
for the
want
liquor
us
inside
to
the house. You buy all of that.
Yeah.
But at the-
Really?
yeah.
You have to pay for the liquor in the house.
Yes.
Surprised.
And like say if
What?
like you were coming over to visit, you couldn't bring liquor in. I would have to like go buy it. You couldn't
Why?
give me the money to go buy it. We have to use our own money. Strict
That is
rules. Yeah.
crazy.
That's bizarre.
But you
Wait,
could
Yeah.
like walk around a lot of places though, kind of, right? I mean,
What do you mean?
Vegas
Vegas,
is
like the
pretty
Strip, you
close.
mean?
No, you know what? The rule is if the cameras can't go, you can't go. So there's a lot of places that don't want to be filmed, so you can't go inside there. Now let's say if you wanted to go somewhere by yourself to the mall, you have to go by yourself. The cameras wouldn't go with you. But if you go with a roommate, then the cameras are gonna come, and if the cameras can't go, then your ass can't go.
That is crazy.
So that's why you guys, because I always wondered why you never went to the Strip.
Oh no, we went to the Strip a lot. It's just like, see, we were there for 3 months, so you're only gonna see an hour each week.
Yeah.
Us walking up the Strip is who the fuck gives a fuck about that? I mean, it's like that's not part of the storyline. It's all about if something happened crazy on the Strip and we, you know, Adam broke some glasses or something like that, then they would show it. Other than that, I mean, I'm pretty sure that first day was so much going on, and it's a lot of just. Like, I'm pretty sure the first day was just boring, too. Like, you get there and just like, all right, you meet everybody, then you just quiet. You just sitting there, like, trying to figure out what's
like
next.
awkward.
But so
Yeah.
did you guys feel it was, you know, Priscilla took offense when she realized everyone said they were going out to get alcohol and ended up going out to the club. Do you guys feel that that was kind of effed up on their half? Or do you think they
No.
should have at least just, you know,
No.
checked in with her?
So
or-
I'm saying it's just ridiculous of her. You're 19, honey. So
Right.
if you
Not the real world.
what did you think was gonna happen?
Right. And they're all over 21. They see a bar, they're like, it's like the promised land. They're like, all right, go back home to her or go to the Golden Arches. You know,
Yeah.
go get drunk. So
And
Especially
she
if
wasn't
it's
even home
poppin'.
alone. I felt bad for Nate.
yeah. No, I thought it was a come up for him. I'm like, yo, he at home with this chick. He on point. You know what I mean? Everybody gone. And then that jumped off.
And I you know, I said I was saying the same exact thing. I didn't think they would actually hook up. And hey,
Not at all.
MTV pulled out the plugs on that one, huh?
I wonder like how it led up to that because they don't even show it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they just
She
all
probably
of a
was
sudden
just not into that. I don't see how she'd be into that.
I know.
I think he's a
Grosses
cutie
me
pie.
out.
I think he's cute.
All right, so what did you guys think of the house? This house was pretty freaking...
Oh, it was so dang.
Nicest house I've seen since the Real World Cancun. 'Cause that house right there. I mean, our place was small as hell. It's like a shoebox.
What was yours? What hotel?
The Hard Rock. I mean, we had a bowling
I've
alley.
been to the other one.
You said what?
I've been to the other house.
The Palms.
Yes.
Yeah, that place was
that
actually
was actually
smaller.
small.
Smaller than the one that we
Once
had.
I walked in there, I was like, "This is where they filmed the whole thing." It's actually pretty small.
That house looked dope, right off the beach. I mean, that's like on some Real World Cancun type stuff. I mean, when they really tricked these houses out, then it looked like they were sponsored by Rockstar.
Oh.
So you get all that for free, all the Rockstar you could drink. You get
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's why it's so weird to me. Just to connect reality shows for a second, we were talking about how I'm really into Jersey Shore, and the houses that they choose for Jersey Shore are crappy. They're like these little places, and everybody's in these little rooms. I feel like, and this house in the real world is. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Their beds.
Their beds are like
I would
little
trade.
single
I would
twins.
trade with Jersey Shore any day because their pay scale is way up here. so
right.
I would definitely rather be living in a shitty ass crib.
For sure, but I'm just saying, like, I thought this house was tight.
No,
you know,
no
what
doubt.
they have on the roof? They have a beach on their roof.
Right.
Like, that is so tight. Talk about a pad. Like, to bring a girl back to that place would be like, I would be like, okay, my pants are off already. Like, oh my God.
You know what I always
Look at
do?
this
I just show a
place.
girl the bowling alley. Like, we got a bowling. That's how we get girls to say,
Like,
like, we
do
got a
you want to
bowling
sleep
alley.
with me on the bowling alley? The answer is
Right.
always yes. Yes, I
Yes.
do. And that's what it is. Do you want to go have sex on the beach? Do you want to have the sex on the beach on my roof?
Right.
Yes. Yes, I do. That's awesome. Like, come on. This place literally screams like, come
This
fuck
is
me.
definitely total opposite of the Vegas cast. Like, they don't seem as like they're really into partying or, I mean, it looks like right
They're
off
more
jump,
chill.
like everybody wants to, hook up with what's going on in
Yeah.
the house. Like, go out, have a good time.
And
So
that,
here's my question as far as San Diego. I went there when I was much younger. So, and I think we saw this a lot with the San Francisco cast. I want to say it was San Francisco. But they really didn't leave the house that much because the nightlife wasn't really crazy. Is San Diego a crazy
San Diego's
nightlife?
crazy.
San Diego's
Really?
got
It's
it.
crazy. Yeah.
I've never been.
For
There's
both
big bar
straight
scene.
and gay.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. So
Also,
I'm excited to see that.
Sam and Frankie are going to be getting it in this season. All right, also with the house, Leroy, I kind of want to direct something to you.
Let me.
The jacuzzi.
Right on.
MTV, The Real World's infamous jacuzzi. The number one thing that is complained about every season by at least 2 to 3 of the girls is I'm never getting in that jacuzzi because it's disgusting. Any thoughts, comments as far as the jacuzzi goes?
Our jacuzzi, we probably brought like 6-7 girls home the first night, and all the girls was mad. I mean, it's not
my
like
God,
it's
stop.
not like
I'm
you're
gonna vomit.
it's not like you're having sex inside of the jacuzzi. I mean that rarely happens because like you're out in the open.
Rarely.
You know, not
Yeah,
I mean
rarely.
not on.
It
I
only
never, I
happens
haven't,
a couple times a night.
I haven't.
you know?
It didn't happen none on our season.
So
It
you
was
never
some-
hit it in a jacuzzi?
I hit it on the pool table.
Well, I'll definitely say out of all the Real World seasons, you guys actually did not really use the jacuzzi as much as other seasons.
Nah, my thing is, I mean, who can agree? Sex and water really isn't that great.
I
For
totally
yourself.
disagree.
Really?
I know. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
are you
I-
right?
I just like to relax in the jacuzzi.
I don't think
and
sex
I
and
just
water
like to
is that
sit
great.
there
I think
and
you kind of lose the
soak.
lubrication.
Yeah, I was
a
gonna
little
say
bit.
because it kind of gets like
Yeah.
rubbery.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, no.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
I've never had sex in a jacuzzi, so I don't know what hot water does.
Oh, wouldn't that like burn?
I don't know. And like chemicals, I don't know. Okay, let's stop seriously, but
Well, you can always try the what's that? Planet Hollywood. You usually get a jacuzzi in your bedroom, so you can make it cold or hot. And
I just don't like having sex and water. Period.
Okay, well, see, there we go.
There we go.
All right,
We
that's
had-
the way.
no, but speaking to your point about partying and how this cast doesn't seem really to party that much, it was so weird because they had no alcohol and one person turns to the other and was like,
Right.
should I go get alcohol now or later? If I'm walking into the house,
I'm
you have,
bringing
like,
my bottle.
number
My
one,
bottle.
first thing I'm doing is going to get a bottle. Like
Yep.
Double
and
fisting.
There's never going to be a point. If you're going to commit to going to the real world, you better be drunk the entire time.
Right
Like,
on.
what else are you going to do? Like, I would just be I'm already drunk most of the time, and I work and I'm in school, and I just am like, whatever, F it. Are you kidding me? Like, should I go get alcohol? Is anybody going to drink with me? Really? Like, call me up. I'll come drive there and drink with you, whoever you are.
Well,
and then I won't drive home because that's irresponsible.
Do they give you guys a check like as you're going in? Do you have money in your pocket, or is that your personal money going into the house?
Going into it is your personal money, so you got to
that's
pay for that. But like if you go to the bar, like how they were at that bar, those shots they probably bought those shots, or maybe the bar, comped them that. But like, see, in Vegas, you're at a club, so you get a table. All that's comped, and we had the tips. So that's where a lot of our money was spent because
they had a table here too, though.
Well, then they probably had those comped or whatever.
Pretty good.
Yeah, so I mean, we coming out of we going out at least 6 nights a week. We putting out $30 a person for a tip.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe they'd let you guys like in there for free just because?
No, we get in the club. No, we get into the clubs for free.
They
give us bottles for free, but you have to tip.
So you're a lot of
and then on top of a cab ride to wherever you're going.
But a lot of the money that you have to spend on the show is money you're making from being on the show.
Right.
So are you getting paid? It's not every month. Like, you don't have to wait. It's every week.
Yeah, it's every week. But I mean, in Vegas, it was going by quick as hell. Anywhere it's not a lot. So
Vegas would probably be worse because
it was draining. Yeah, it was draining us.
Yeah,
it was draining us. Adam put all his money down on
That's
a
probably
bet.
the only reason I'd stay home. I'd be like, I'm stacking my money.
Right.
I'm gonna stay here.
The thing is, like, you know what? I looked at it like this is a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah.
So just live it up, like you said.
Right.
Drink as much as possible.
Yeah. Why hold it back? I don't understand.
Responsibly though. No, don't
yeah.
don't, because people look at Adam and think he's like a raging alcoholic. He only did that whenever he was drinking. Like we all didn't just sit around and get drunk all day at night. That's when he would just lose his mind. The lights and the people and the cameras. You walk into a club and you feel like you on top of the world. People looking like, who the fuck is these people with these cameras on?
Yeah.
You just being watched all night, so you just like, yeah. Next thing you know, he just like smashing shit.
Yeah.
Well, did the hotel actually clean your apartment up, or is that something that you guys had to do?
No. See, a lot of times when Adam was breaking stuff, I never was around. I was always still at the club. I was still be at the club trying to bag something. So
trying to bag something. That's my new quote.
Bag
something.
Why don't I go home and bag something?
What were you doing? I was grocery shopping.
Yeah, I was down there shopping.
Bags.
Yeah, seriously, listeners are probably now like, what do you mean? He was bagging things?
Yeah.
Where?
So when he would break stuff, either the roommates would clean it up or the hotel would come in there and just like, after the last time, just clean it up and then send them home.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get back to the show before we get into our question segment here. Basically, the biggest situation was they're at the club, and Frank starts pounding the drinks down. They're at their little VIP table, and he sees this girl drinking on their juice. And he says, no, get out of here. And she says, look, this faggot is coming up in here and pushing me out. Now, Sam reacted before Frank did. So I'm wondering if that kind of boosted Frank up and said, ooh, drama. Because Frank seems to really like drama.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts on that situation?
Like, you think he did it for the camera?
Well, I'm sure that word really does offend him.
Right.
But especially with him not knowing what he is.
Right.
But if you watch that take over again, you see Sam reacting first.
Right.
So, and as soon as Sam was like, whoa, and did the reaction, that's when Frank, drunk, probably like reacting late, had his big reaction with that girl. So what were your thoughts as far as that whole situation going down?
Well, I honestly feel like, I have a bunch of gay friends, you know what I'm saying? So if I was at a club, I got my divas, okay? When I'm at the club, if someone ever said that to one of my friends, I would pop off instantly.
Yeah, the F word is like dropping an N-bomb.
Right,
right.
Yeah, I'd be like, no, who are you talking to, honey? You need to get out of here. Like, I would go off, you know what I'm saying? So I just think Frank just don't know if he's gay or not. So he was just like, do I need to pop out? And then after Sam popped out, he's like, oh yeah, like, like helping her out because he didn't want to seem like he was about to get offended right away. So I feel like it was kind of okay. But I know
what you're saying, but I think he honestly was offended. I don't think it had anything to do with Sam. I think it was 100% about himself.
Right.
And the word offends him because the word would offend me too, and I'm not gay.
Right.
It's an offensive word.
It
is.
But if I was, it would especially offend me. But it's interesting the way that Sam described it and was like, dude, you look it up in the dictionary and it says a bundle of sticks. It makes the person seem ignorant to call somebody that word because that's not even what it means. Like, it's not even that, it doesn't make sense.
Going into it knowing that's like the word nigger, right? I mean, I may hear it all the time or whatever. The thing is, going into this show, you know that you may hear it. You need to, the word nigger, faggot needs to be non-existent.
Yeah.
So if you say it to me and then I don't respond, now you're puzzled. And the situation that was going on with the girl in there drinking up their alcohol, we have security guards around us. I mean, you could easily just say, all right, you don't even have to argue with nobody. You can say, you know what, get her up out of here.
And they would take her
So
away.
he was, I mean, obviously,
it's a smart way to handle
obviously
it.
he was offended by it. And it's like, before I got put on the show, I was like, all right, Leroy, what are you going to do if somebody calls you a nigger? And it happened. And it's just like.
It did happen?
Yeah, it happened while they didn't show it on TV. And it happened. It's just like, all right, I played it off like there's nothing, like I didn't even hear it, or like I just ignored it. So when you do that, now other people that are homosexual are gonna, think that it's okay just to start going off with people. If he just played it off like whatever, then I mean, people are gonna watch what you do. So just for me, before I went on the show, I was just thinking of different situations that I would get into. So when that happened, I'm just like, damn, dude. I mean, it's a female. It's not a dude that said it. It's a female that said it.
She was being so degrading, like.
And it was wrong of her to do it, but it's like it's easy for you to just be like, yo, what? Get her up out of here.
I'm not saying this justifies it, but why did he need her to leave? Like, she was just hanging out there.
Because some girls or people come in there because they feel like they're gonna be on camera, they're gonna make TV. Obviously, she did. But yeah,
but they didn't show her face.
Their face
she obviously
was
didn't want to be on TV.
No, well, I mean, not even that, but I'd have been mad too. Like, if you just walk into somebody's VIP and start making a drink,
you don't know me,
right?
You don't know
So
us.
I'd have tripped out too, but I'd just be like, yo, bounce her up out of here. It's that easy because there's plenty of people that used to say stuff to us. I'm like, yo, get them up out of here. I mean, they would literally take them up out the club. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're very like protective over like the cameras and us. Like, are y'all straight? Kick them out of there. So
I mean, he kind of went off on her.
Yeah.
It was just so unnecessary. And like you're saying, like, these are public figures now. These are people you're being looked up to. You're celebrities. And for you to do that, not you, for him to do that is like, oh, it's okay then anytime somebody says it to you, it gives you free range to say whatever the hell you want back.
Right.
It's not right. He should have just said, I'm better than you.
Right.
Peace.
Well,
You're gone.
He did a couple things that I felt weren't right. Before we get into the main one, him gossiping about Nate and Priscilla's kiss.
That was like straight hate.
And
hate.
Then you go and talk to Alexandra about it, who has nothing to do and probably didn't even care to hear about it. And then you actually confronted Nate, asking him if he was aggressive.
Nate was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
This boy is going to be bringing drama.
It did not say, it was not, did you grab her neck? Did you grab her shoulders? Did you grab her face? If a boy doesn't grab my face when we're kissing, there's something wrong.
Right.
Like,
I'm going to grab your ass and face.
What kind of thing is that to say? Like, did you, it's like a bizarre thing. Like, you were kissing her and you grabbed her face? That's horrible. What?
Right.
Like, his perception on life is just so clearly skewed. He's a weird kid.
He's confused.
Well, I'm going to say like this. MTV's going to love him. He's going to be following with MTV.
Yeah, they're so happy that they choose
I think this is what, like how people, this is what make me want to watch the show because I want to see more of what he's going to do. I actually think that the first episode turned out pretty good. I think that Nate and Zach are going to get it because of how hard they're tripping over the whole gay thing. They're like, like, dude, if you're a fan of the show like I was, you know that there's going to be a gay roommate possibly.
season.
Deal with it. I mean.
Well, so some of the people on Twitter are asking, what do you guys think that this is the first time that MTV's ever put only 2 straight guys in the house?
Well, there are 2 straight guys, but there's one guy who could go either way. So
Roxy. He ain't he going.
I mean,
he's going one way.
To America, he would be
getting it one way.
To America, he would be considered the gay roommate.
Okay.
Right, exactly.
So I don't know. I think that it's good. I think it's a good thing that they did. Why not? Why not do that? It's unnecessary to put 3 beefy, jockey, straight guys in the house.
Yeah, we tired of seeing that.
Yeah.
My black ass on there, now they got him.
Oh,
it's getting ridiculous.
Right, we have that for frat pad, right?
Yeah, right on.
So then we have another question being, what do you guys think as the house being whitewashed with no ethnic people?
Alex.
That's what I said. I said Alexandra, but they're claiming her.
Well,
and Priscilla.
as white.
What is she?
I was shocked because that's my girl there. She's Mexican, and when we first started watching, I go, "Is she from Hawaii?" Like, she does not look Mexican at all.
Who, Priscilla?
Yes, full Mexican. When she said that, I was shocked. Like,
yeah,
full Mexican. Your mom looks white. I mean, definitely whitewashed house.
So they're asking, do you guys think MTV's pulling a race card here and not?
I don't think so. They've had so many.
I mean, come on, they put my black ass on there. I'm super black with the name Leroy. They can't get no blacker. And I was a garbage man.
I think they chose the best combination of people that they could, and they were doing it. I don't care.
Yeah, I think they
those
all
people
fit
could have
together.
been black. I don't think they chose them because they were white.
Right,
I think that they chose them because they work.
Right.
Yeah, and they have the most personality. It has nothing to do with race at all.
All right. Well, somebody who doesn't work is Frank and Alexandra. At the end of the episode, they all go home, and Frank asks Alex why she doesn't like him. Is he not, girl? Am I not cute enough?
Am I not cute enough?
It wasn't that. Alex says,
That's a man law. Cute should not be in the man's vocabulary
Am I not hot
towards
enough?
himself.
Yeah,
Am I not manly enough?
So
this guy's whack.
he starts getting upset with, well, not even with Alex. He was just getting upset with just the situation. Starts smashing things and thoughts. Let that out. Leroy, let's hear what you have to say about this, because this clearly it reminds all of us of the situation with Adam. We see in previews to come, he's smashing things around.
Right.
What did you think of this whole situation with him and Alex?
I'm wondering, is that really him? Like, a lot of times, I'm wondering, like, are people, not if the show is scripted, but if he's being somebody that he's not, like, is that how he really acts outside the show? Or is he just trying to, because I'm pretty sure they all probably watched the season, and not even just my season, just seasons period. Like, are they doing something to get more camera time, or is it really him? And if it is, like, damn, dude, you kind of got some issues.
Right.
Like, damn, Stan, you need some counseling to help you out, some bouncing off the wall when you get down some. I really think you and Alex need each other, but maybe you just need a treatment.
I did too.
No, that's Eminem.
I was like, Leroy, you've been practicing?
No, that's Eminem.
That is so funny.
Stan the fan.
Anyone else? What else you guys think of this?
Well, I think that's probably him, just because I don't think any normal person would actually react like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that he probably just really reacted to that. Like, you know, you really don't think I'm cute enough. Like, he's really offended because he really likes her. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, I'm glad I've never.
This is the question. Is he obsessing over her because he wants America to feel that he's not gay?
Yeah, it's definitely his beard. You know,
I was like, what?
No, I mean,
No,
real
you
talk.
know-
That's questions that people were asking on Twitter. Like, yo, is he doing this because he wants America to think that he's not gay? He's really bisexual.
That's
so he's
what I'm
going to this
saying.
girl.
That's what the
Yeah, I
term
can see
beard
that.
means. It means when you're gay and you are with a girl and that's your beard.
cover up.
It's your cover up.
Ah, right on. Like
So-
that.
But
that's
it
clever.
seems like he's tried to do this several times with other girls, because he kept saying, it's always, I'm just a friend. Nobody likes me. Nobody ever likes me. And
That's because
He's
you
on the
come
pity
off
bus.
as like a friend. You know, you're like cute,
gay,
like
you're my gay
yeah,
friend. Girl,
come
let's go
on, let's be BFFs. You know, if you want to be, you know, liking girl, like. Hey,
But if he could just own that, if he could just be gay and own that he is gay,
He'll
he'd
get
be
all
so
the girls.
Yeah.
oh,
No, then he'd be so much better. Like I would be
Yeah.
like, oh, he's way cooler. But
exactly.
the fact that he's playing this like overprotective
What's going
brother
on,
who
guys?
wants to
he
hook up
definitely
with
shouldn't have
this.
stepped in that mix, because that guy was
That
fine.
dude looking at him like, what are you
yeah,
doing?
like.
Yeah,
you
that
just
kid's
need to
hot
step
for
away.
sure.
I know, like, what is he doing? I'd have been totally mad. You are not my
He's
weakness.
probably going to have an appearance
Bounce.
next week.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he just pisses me off. And it's like, just either own who you are. But, you know, talking about whether he's being a character or just and doing this just for TV, I think that we all see that watching reality TV, the person who gets the most screen time is the craziest person who's throwing all this stuff. And
Right.
it's undeniable that he's seen the show before
Right.
and that he's seen shows like this, and he knows that. So somewhere in the back of his head, I'm sure he's thinking about that. At the same time, though, it seems this doesn't seem to be an act. This seems to be him. So I bet we're going to be getting a lot more of that. And I'm telling you, I'm going to get pretty sick of it, actually, at
The
some
good
point.
thing about it is I live by this thing called learn, change, grow. As he's watching it, because people tell you about yourself all the time. You're like, oh, that's not me. But now he gets to see it on TV himself. He's like, hopefully he looked at this episode tonight. He's like, you know what? I need to change something.
That happened to you?
Hell
Wow.
yeah.
Leroy, what do you think? Do you think you were like yourself completely the whole time? Or do you think
Yeah,
you
like what you
changed?
see on TV is me, no doubt. So, I mean, me looking at myself on TV, I'm selfish as hell, especially when it came down to the whole Naomi thing and the pregnancy and STD thing. I'm all about like, well, what are you gonna do when it should be like, what are we gonna do? You know what I mean? So it's just a whole bunch of flaws that I've seen in myself that I'm like, all right. And that's what the show is kind of like for. It's not for, people look at it like you're on there partying, but you watch yourself on TV and hopefully you could change the flaws in you. And if you did that, then I guess MTV should be satisfied with the show.
Mm-hmm. That's smart.
Because that shit look crazy.
That's a good point.
All right, so that was pretty much wrapped up the episode. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to pick Leroy's brain with what really goes down at the real world.
Damn, you see her boobs?
Take some
I
Ustream questions,
that.
some Twitter questions,
just
and also
so fake.
take a couple phone calls. So we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Want to find out what the AfterBuzz is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean. You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AfterBuzz TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig will come out.
When the TV show is over, get your AfterBuzz on.
All right, and we are back here with Season 26, Episode 1 of The Real World San Diego. First impressions. All right, so we're going to get into some questions because I know watching this, I have tons of questions. We have actually somebody who's experienced this, Leroy, from Season 25. So I know I have many questions. Twitter has lots of questions. I'm sure the girls here tonight have lots of questions. But the one question I really wanted to ask you about was the sit-downs. We see, throughout the week, throughout the episode, they're talking about, we have the confessional where we see them go into the confessional, and then we have these scenes of them kind of recapping what happened or thoughts about it. Can you tell us a little bit about those scenes, and as far as like what you guys are saying in there, is there any times where you look at that and you're like, well, shoot, if they asked me that a day later or a day earlier, I would have changed, what I had said?
Basically, you do these interviews like once a week, and they'll just go over everything that happened in the week. So you're narrating. They'll ask you a question. You look into the camera, answer it. They may ask you, how do you feel about the way every girl in the house looks? And say, I think that this girl is hot, this girl is hot, this girl looks this way. They may only show a sound bite of you just saying one. So the interviews actually last for like 2 to 3 hours. You're just sitting there and they're just asking you questions about what goes on inside the house. So it's there's nothing that you really wish you would have said different because you're just speaking from the heart and how you feel. Hopefully you are. They're like, give me your honest opinion. We're going to take you back to this present time. How do you feel about when Adam was breaking bottles?
Right.
Well, when I seen him doing that, I wanted to kill him. And then, that's what they'll probably show.
I had a question about that, too. So knowing that people can eventually watch this,
Right.
your castmates can watch what you're saying and you're having to talk about them, does that change your answers? Or
No, you know what? Because sometimes you go in there, you get pissed off when you start when they take you back. So the thing is, like when the shows, like when you get home or whatever, and I'll call up my castmates and say, look, we know how the process works. So say if somebody was bad mouthing me, I know that they were just speaking on how they felt. You just
Right.
the only thing you could do is just respect that. So
so you never use a filter or anything?
no,
you just,
hell no, I was ruthless in that motherfucker. I was just like, just the way I felt about anything that happened, I would just speak my mind. If you don't, then you'll regret it. That's the regret you'll have. If you don't say how you really feel, then you'll go home like, man, I wish I would have said this. So for the most part, just get in there, tell them exactly how you felt, and that's why the confessionals are there. I wish I had one built in my house because however you feel about something, you go in there, you talking to the camera, and you just express how you feel.
Jesse, aren't we building one here? A confessional?
Yeah.
Yes, we are
The
building
confessional was dope. I
AfterBuzz.
mean, anything to go. I used to use the booth the most out of anybody. I would just go in there and just talk about whatever. I mean, you could just go in there and just say, oh, man, I woke up this morning and just whatever you want to talk about, whatever's on your mind, you just talk about
Therapy
it.
session.
Yep.
Yep.
I didn't bag anything tonight.
Yeah, I used to have those. I'd be pissed like, damn, I ain't found nothing tonight. It's a drought. And the producers are actually watching you.
My bag's empty.
They're actually watching you as you're talking into the camera. So they're sitting there watching you, and you're just talking. You come in there and you drunk, whatever you want to talk about. It's your
You
little
can go in
private day.
anytime?
Any time of the day. You go in there and talk about it. Like, if something dramatic happens. Sometimes they may see you go in there like, all right, my boy got killed while I was on the show. Like, all right, well, can you go in there and, give a 2-minute confessional about, how you feel about it. But for the most part, you just go in there. If you're happy, something happened that day, I just won $300 at the casino. Just talk.
Well, now, were you ever, when you first went to the house, were you surprised that, did you go into it thinking, oh, MTV's going to pay for, we're going to go into this house with bottles of liquor? Because now...
No, they tell you that in the contract. They're like, they let you know, what you could get. They give you a list of places that you could go and you can't go. So you know that, like, it's a free ride. But I mean, basically it is a free ride. But there's certain stuff that they won't pay for, which is cool. I didn't mind. I was like, I ain't got to pay no rent. I could sleep in. I mean, it's not like you have to go to work. You don't have to go if you don't want to. You can just chill.
Drinking. Yeah. That's where.
Yeah, you can just chill. But I mean, they have a lot of cool stuff for y'all to do. We went snowboarding. They have a lot of shows for us to do. So I mean, you kind of want to be a part of it. If you don't, you just stay home and sleep. But the more that you aren't active, then the more people don't know about you. So you want to experience different stuff that you never would experience at home. Back at home, my black ass would never go snowboarding, and they got me snowboarding. And look at that. There I go right there.
Well,
but
go ahead.
No? I remember a few seasons they actually had cast members, kind of like the Jersey Shore, where you actually had a job. Right. Your season didn't have that?
No, our job was we worked for the Hard Rock. Like when we did the PBR, we worked with like the professional bull riders. We worked with Carrie Hart in the motocross. We did a charity event. So it's just like it wasn't actually our season we didn't work as much. But like every weekend, it'd be something big going on. We would have to work.
So do you get extra money for that, or is that just
no? That's what
you're just volunteering?
No, that's what you're getting paid for that job. Oh. So that's where the money comes in at. But
so that's gonna be interesting to see what they get to do.
Yeah, what their job is.
All right, and then going into this, as far as the party scene goes, is there anyone that all right, let me rephrase this. Going into all these other reality shows, the thing is, if you lose your job, you get kicked out. If you punch someone in the face, you get kicked out. Was there anyone on your season, or looking at, you've done the challenges and all that, would you ever have changed anybody around, like as far as making your perfect real world season?
My perfect real world cast would be, you know what? Looking at it, my cast was perfect. Even though me and Adam got into it, I mean, we're cool now. We ain't like best friends, but I talk to him, whatever. It's cool to have them different type of people around you, because you kind of like, you could use that in the everyday life. Like I go into a job and I got some dude that's acting crazy like Adam. Well, now I know how to handle these different situations. Yeah. So I couldn't even ask for a better perfect season other than the one I got. I wish that, like, now that I looked at it, I wish that I would have reached out to Adam and like tried to help him even more. I was more so like, I can't stand you. I want you to leave, instead of really trying to like dig to the root of the problem, what was wrong with him. But I did. He just didn't want to listen. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, dealing with somebody that's hard-headed. But I mean, if I could go back in the hands of time, I would address the issue, put him to the side the same way I did Dustin when I found out about the whole homosexual act, and talked to him and found out about him. But at the time, I was just thinking about myself. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this kid. Send him home.
Yeah.
So going into the house, what were your thoughts like?
How
long before going into the house were you aware I'm gonna be on the real world? Like, what was that feeling like?
Probably they gave me like a month and a half. Like, yo, you made the show, you're going into it, and I'm a fan of the show, so I was so happy. I'm like, oh man, I done tried out for the show like 4 or 5 times.
You did?
I was the oldest in the house. I was 25 actually, and the cutoff age is 24. So I applied when I was 24. And then my birthday came, I turned 25, and they still let me on the show. So I was thinking, like, I've been applying since I was 20, and now I make it at 25. So I was much more mature than I was.
How did you apply?
Casting, like go to an open casting call. I sent a videotape in, but like unless you do something that's really gonna make you stand out, they're gonna just skip over your tape. So when I went to, and I used to lie at a lot of the casting calls, just make up stuff about my life that wasn't true. So this one, I just gave it to them real, told them how I felt. And they selected me. I was happy as hell. I was like, yo. And then it had to be in Las Vegas, so it was perfect. And all I could think about was how many girls I'm going to hook up with, all the free time I'm going to have to work out. Because, like, me, I work a 60-hour work week with Waste Management when I was working. So it was like work, weekend, you know, get a little bit of time to lift and women. Now it's like all about women, all about working out, sleeping in as much as I want. I mean, it was heaven. And then, you know, God smacked me in the face with damn near knocking up a roommate.
Now, how often do you and Mike hang out?
Actually, outside the show, like when we first got done filming, we would see each other a lot because MTV would call us back and do different stuff. We would do like different club appearances together and whatnot. Mike is actually in Ecuador right now, so we talk a lot through email on the phone. I'm actually trying to make a trip out to Maryland for the Duke game or maybe see him at Halloween, but it's just that, you know, I don't have money just to fly to go see Mike. So I mean, we'll talk over the phone or whatever and email wise.
And also, are you doing any new challenges, or will you be a part of MTV any longer?
If they call me back to do another challenge, and I'm not, like, right now, I guess I would say I'm unemployed. I'm doing like a little construction job I'm doing under the table. I just recently moved here to LA. So if I have like a real job that's paying decent money, I won't quit my job to do another challenge. Now, if my job let me take a leave of absence, then yeah, but if they're like, you got to quit to do the challenge, I wouldn't do it because the challenge money doesn't change your life. Like, if me and Mike would have won that $100,000, 50 for him, 50 for me, taxes, now you're looking at 30 grand. What I'm going to do, pay off my car and have a little bit of cake left over. So if I ain't working, I'll definitely do it.
Did you get paid to be there?
Yeah, you get paid a little bit of money to be there, but it's just like, it's not worth quitting the job for. So if you ain't got nothing going on, then you know, then I'll do it. I would definitely love to get on there and try to get another stab at that money. Since we made it so far and lost.
Oh, that's so crazy that you guys made it
But
that
shouts
far.
out to Mike, man. You know what? He gave it his all. Like, a lot of people, you know, gave him a lot of shit about quitting or whatever, but I quit too.
Yeah.
My black ass was like, yo, when I woke up the next morning, because I did most of the sleeping. Mike actually stood on the rock most of the time. So since he actually quit, they showed it total opposite. Because I was like, Mike, I want to go to sleep, man. You know, tell the producer I quit. So Mike was like, nah, man, I stand on the rock. You go to sleep. I wake up the next morning and the producers are climbing up another mountain with the cameras. I'm just like, damn, I don't want to do this. So when Mike said he quit, I was like, don't worry about it, man. It's cool. You know what I mean? That's why I wasn't tripping.
Behind you.
Yeah, so people are like, oh, you know, you're such a good friend for not being mad. I'm like, fool, I quit way before he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was
That's so funny.
I just wanted to go to sleep. I could have climbed the mountain. My body was straight. Just tonight, I wanted to go to sleep. So shouts out to Mike, man. It's my guy.
All right, we have a caller on the line that wants to ask you a couple questions. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where are you from?
Hi, I'm Jennifer from Houston, Texas.
What's up?
Hey, I'm calling back to Leroy. I have a question. One, why did you leave Texas? And two, how do you feel about you being on The Real World and your T-shirt line? Like, what's going on with that? Are you modeling now? What are you doing?
You know what? When I moved to Texas, my whole life has been based around, since I left Michigan at 21, was to move to California. I just been procrastinating about it. I moved to Florida for 3 years. I went to Texas, and then I had to stop for a minute to go film the show. I came back and was like, you know what? Now is the perfect time to do it. Just go. So I just up and left. So I love Texas, but that never was like the place where I wanted to, like, you know, put some years in that. So that's why I came to Cali. It was definitely great to be on The Real World. The T-shirt line came off of Twitter. Like, a dude, you know, hit me up, Mike from istshirttime.com, like, yo, we want to do some T-shirts with you with some of your sayings that you say on Twitter and on the show. So that's how that came about. Modeling, I'm not doing modeling. I actually did do a photo shoot with ronswa.com, which turned out great. But I'm definitely not a model. The best part about the pictures is probably my body. I don't smile, just look. So modeling definitely isn't my thing or whatever. I mean, people take pictures and swear they're models. I'm not. And you model. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm none of the above. It's just like, you know, somebody came to me, ronswa.com, was like, yo, we want to do a photo shoot. So I did it, but I'm not trying to get into modeling or nothing like that.
Where can we find your information? You have a website?
Yeah, just go to LeroyGarrett.com. You can find my T-shirt line, my YouTube channels where I put out workout videos, the whole nine. But no, I'm not a model. I appreciate you thinking I am, though. The pictures do look legit. Right on. Yeah, it's just like, I'm not photogenic. I really don't even like taking pictures. So, I mean, we did it. It was a good look. But, nah, that ain't really my speed.
All right. Well, thanks for calling. We have a couple of you streamers asking a question about this season. If you were on this season, how would you react to, one, they're saying Zach is cocky. Do you find him cocky? And two, how would you deal with Frank being upset about the friend card when in Vegas Mike was being played as the friend card?
Okay, so do I feel Zach's cocky? They really didn't show enough of Zach, like, for me to determine whether he's cocky or not. I think he just has like that athletic swag or whatever. Or just, you know, I mean, he a big ass dude, so he stand out more than anybody. I mean, if you're just looking at the cast, so I don't.
How can you judge somebody off of that? Like, we saw literally nothing about the guy.
Yeah.
The only thing that we saw that I can judge him for is his lack of. He didn't like Sam because of the fact
Closed-minded.
Yeah, he's closed-minded. Exactly. I was gonna say
he
yeah.
He's very reserved.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. But that has a lot to do with where he comes from and growing up. So we'll see if this can break his bubble.
Yeah. So far, dude seemed cool.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say he cocky because we haven't seen enough of him yet. Now the friend card with Mike. What do you mean, like friend card?
Well, apparently they're saying, you know, in Vegas when Mike would want to hook up with somebody, or he didn't really. So I don't really understand what they're saying as far as that. Maybe in the challenge, you know, they would always say, "Oh no, Mike, you're just a friend." I think of Mike's like the cute little brother, like going along that lines. Where Frank is getting upset that he's being played this card. How would you have reacted with Frank being in the house with Frank?
If I was Nate, I'd have been real upset that he would have tried to check me about kissing some girl. See, like I was looking at the TV, like I hope Nate, you know, check him and say what, you know what I mean? So I'm the guy that would have been like, yo, man, mind your motherfucking business. Excuse me. That's just how I would have, you know,
100%.
came at him. Yeah, I'd be like, yo, man, I mean, it has nothing to do with you. Like I could see if she really had a problem with it like that, she would have went to producer like, yo, this dude did such and such. So that's why I was like, man, that's BS. With Frank, I would have just checked him. See, nobody has like really got into him like, yo, man, you know, you need to cut that shit out. This is not the third kind of like baby in it. So
yeah, I was actually pretty proud that Nate didn't blow up completely at him. I would have torn him apart.
Yeah, I wouldn't have blown up, but I'd be like, yo, man, you know what's you know. So
it's not like the girl said he abused me.
Right.
That's a different thing. Right. He held my face while we were kissing.
Right.
Oh God, call the cops.
Yeah, Mike, for my season, Mike doesn't mind being in the friend zone because he really wasn't that experienced with women. So he was just kind of like whatever. He really he wasn't there to hook up or nothing like that. So I mean, he wanted to. Me and Mike would have conversations all the time how bad he wanted to sleep with a girl, but he thought it would be so wrong. And I'm like, Mike, it can't get no more right. Do it. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Also, would you? They're asking, would you get along with? Do you feel you would get along being in this house with these castmates?
Yeah. See, the thing is, like, I will put it all out on the table. If I have a problem with you, I'm gonna let you know ahead of time. Like, listen, man, this is when me and Mike, first met, we didn't even get along because Mike didn't like the fact that I was always using the N word. I was always like, nigga this, nigga that, and that's not even like. Well, it ain't in my vocabulary anymore, but, you know, that's just...
Why didn't he like it?
He was offended by it. Mike was like, don't use that word around me, I'm offended. I said, hold up, dude, you're a little white boy. How is that offending you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how, in what way, shape, or form? So I was like, and he will always be so politically
correct. Yeah,
correct with everything I said, you know what I mean? My urban swag, anything I said, like, no, Lee, this is that. And then, you know, Mike's a huge gay advocate, so I was like, you know, how would I feel if I had a gay roommate, this is that. And it was just a bunch of stuff we was bumping heads on. So I told Mike, said, listen, since we're going to be roommates, if we ever have a problem with each other, let's just talk it out or let's find out the source, because the more and more you, like, let it sit on you, we're going to blow up. And after that, we just became solid. Like, anytime I'll tell him, like, yo, bro, you being out of pocket, check yourself. And he would tell me the same thing. So that's how you kind of eliminate some of the drama.
What's that saying? You're being out of pocket?
Meaning
out of line.
Yeah, out of line. So I told that's what he did when I told him that. He's like, what does that mean? He's like, all right, Lee, well, I'm going to tell you you're being orange. So that's his way of
You're being orange?
Yeah, he just made that up because I was like, you out of pocket. He's like, all right, well, you're orange. That means that would tell me to stop if I was doing something wrong.
Cute BFF.
Yeah, and it would just, it would stop immediately. So if I'm doing something, he's like, Lee, you being orange, I stop right there, and then there's no beef.
Yeah, because we're human. So
yeah, you just got you know, check people and let them know where you stand, and then I think they will all be, because I think like it's gonna be a big argument sooner or later with Frank and somebody in the house.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
All right.
See it being like Frank or Zach or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
One last question before we head into predictions. Did you have any weird experiences with the camera crew, and how hard was it getting used to?
I was actually in a love triangle with 3 of the producers. I almost got kicked off the show. I slept with 3 of the producers.
We're
No,
like,
I'm bullshit. Nah, I'm bullshitting.
Like, are you? Or
I mean,
okay.
You said, was it weird being around the cameras?
Yeah. Or
No.
any weird experiences?
Nah, I mean, they watch everything you do. So even if they're not in the room filming with the camera, there's cameras on the wall.
What's it like having sex with somebody while they're like? How do you? What?
Like when you're actually hooking up,
Right.
the cameras aren't. It's like on the wall. They're not in there filming like that or whatever. They'll get out, they'll give you your privacy or whatever. But they're still looking. Somebody's watching. As much as they say that they're not watching that, somebody's filming that because they show it on TV. So what I would do is I would tell females that to get naked, like take all your clothes off. Therefore, they can't film that on TV. You get what I'm saying? When you get out, right? So say if me and you got under the covers and we're just kissing, they can make it seem as if we really had sex. So if you just got butt ass and just did your damn thing, they can't show it.
Yeah, that was your way of getting girls' clothes off.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm like,
you should use that in your own house. You should just put a video camera up and say, Real World, they asked MTV called and asked if they could put a video camera in my house. You just got to get naked and they can't see you.
So I would tell them, I say, look inside the camera right there. If there's not a red dot in there, they're not filming. And there's no red dot inside the camera, but the girls don't know that. So they're just like, oh, all right, no red dot.
That's so rude.
Yeah.
You're bad. That's bad.
Learn, change, grow. I'm
So
a
make
changed
su-
man now.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys tune in next week. We're going to have more questions, definitely as we're experiencing this new season for you. And let's head into our favorite predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, so it's really hard to predict what we're going to see this season. So I'm going to ask everyone one question. And it's the same question. Everyone just throw your answer up. Do you guys think anybody is getting kicked off this season?
No.
Negative.
Why not?
They don't seem like fighters
Frank?
to me.
Well, we do get...
Yeah,
Like
if
jealous.
anybody does, it's going to be Frank.
That's a passionate kiss right there. You should see Byron.
So
he
we
grabbed
think
her
that
face.
we think that this cast is that entertaining that they're going to be able to entertain us this whole season?
Yeah, definitely. I think they did a good job. It's a good mix of people. It's definitely entertaining. I don't like some people, which I like that I don't like them because I don't want to like every person on the show.
Right.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Actually, I think if anybody kicks off, I think it might be Nate. I could see him getting real red and just going crazy.
Yeah,
Real
probably-
red.
if it is, it's like an accidental kickoff.
Exactly, or something.
Yeah.
Like, I
Nate's-
could see Nate just doing something stupid.
He's so fratty, and I could just see him shotgunning like 18 beers and then straight, like,
Crazy.
doing something
Yeah.
so
You
stupid.
know what we should start saying? We should start saying, instead of saying I don't like that person, say I don't like that character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that, because I so badly want to be like, damn, I can't stand Frank. But I don't even know him, so I'm gonna say, you know what? I don't like Frank's character on the show right now.
That's what I said. I don't like who he's
Yeah.
being. I don't like
Yeah.
who he's showing
Yeah.
himself
You,
as.
Leroy.
Right.
Yeah, right on. That's only because I did the show, so I'm thinking of it like
You
that. And I'm like,
learn.
man,
Yeah.
damn, Frank.
No, I know what you mean. You've been
Yeah.
in the spotlight, so
Right.
you know when people
'Cause
say that
some
they don't
people-
like you, you're like, you don't know me.
Right.
So you
is that,
see me on
right.
a show?
No, but and some people take it for seriousness. They'll get on Twitter, they'll hit you up on your Facebook, they'll see you in person like, you suck. You're not like, whoa, bro, you only seeing one side of me.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Easy.
that's true.
Yeah, so
So we don't like who he is portrayed as on the show.
Yeah, so far, Frank's probably the most disliked person on the show right now.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, so that's all for this episode. I want to thank you guys for joining me here in the studio for San Diego Real World, season 26. Hopefully it's going to be just as entertaining as last season. I know we went crazy last season. And I hope all four of you guys are going to stay with us for the ride, because last season, it was up and down with...
I am in for the ride.
Here for
There
good,
we go.
baby.
Let's do it,
Seatbelt
real
on.
world.
All right, guys. All right, any last promotions? Leroy, I think you're going to be out somewhere tomorrow in LA.
Yeah, I can't really discuss that.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So, well, he'll be here next Wednesday. So, tune in for that, guys. Until next week.
Real World San Diego.
Yeah.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janedy, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Bye.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.